All right, guys, welcome back to CAD on the mic. I am here with a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Alienobserver.
That is awesome. So, what do you do?
I make music. I make ethereal electronic indie music.
And that honestly, I did listen to your stuff after we talked for the first time, and it's really, really good. Like
Thank you.
oh my god, wait, I literally was literally just listening to it. Take it as it comes. Love
Yes.
that. I love the aesthetic. I love the vibe of that entire song.
Mhm.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
Of course, no problem. So, how long have you been making music for?
Oh, yeah, how long have I been making music? I think since COVID,
Mhm.
so 2020, so like 5 years now almost.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I started making music during COVID when I had just graduated school or college,
Mhm.
and I was off work for like almost a month. So it gave me like the perfect time to just sit down and like try to learn everything.
Yeah, yeah, and honestly, like during COVID, that was like peak time to get into like a lot of things because no one was doing anything. So I was like, oh, might as well put myself out there,
Yeah.
and I think that is like super super cool. And did you ever think of becoming a musician? When you started or before you started? Sorry.
Yeah, it was kind of like a little dream of mine that I didn't let myself have for a long time. Like I just was like, oh, I'm gonna get this degree and I'm gonna do something in this field and that'll be that. But then, COVID and everything happened and I was like, you know what? I actually think I want to pursue this little dream of mine that I've had since I was a kid. I think I'm gonna actually just leap into it and do it. The world was on fire and I was like, well, I might as well just do what I want.
I mean, honestly, just chase your dreams. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, like if you're happy doing it, then there's no shame in it. That's how I
Yeah.
look at everything. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what did you get your degree in?
Art history.
Oh, cool, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you an artist? Like, but I know you're a musical artist, but like, artist, painting, drawing.
Um, no, I'm actually not very well, I'm not very skilled in that field of just like making art and being crafty.
Hmm.
I think it's fun. Like I'll do it from time to time just for fun, but I definitely like studying it more than actually participating in it.
That's cool. I've been studying art a lot lately, and it's very fascinating. A lot of it, and you do learn a lot of things. And now when I go to a museum, I'm gonna have more of a passion to like and more respect to like look at everything there. I go back to the music stuff. So how? Oh, not how. Sorry. Do you have any music inspirations?
Yes. I always say Grimes first. It's a tough one to say because I don't really agree with her as a person
Hmm.
in a lot of respects,
Yeah.
like what she's done with her life
Hmm.
uh, more recently. But I am very inspired by her early stuff, her early work, and just how she kind of just was doing everything herself. That really inspired me.
Hmm.
Sorry if there, can you hear the yard work that's
No,
happening?
not at all.
Okay.
You're chilling.
Um, so yeah, she was definitely a big inspiration for me starting music, and inspired me to just do it myself and learn it on my own. So yeah, there's this one thing that she did. It's like on KEXP.
Hmm.
It was like a radio show, and she just did like a whole set for that show, like a 20-minute set.
Oh, so
And
cool.
you just see her on the ground, like with all of these different music equipment around her, and she's just like toying around with
Hmm.
everything. And I went back and watched that so many times. And I was just so inspired by that. So she's definitely a big one. A lot of my earlier stuff is inspired by Passion Pit, like early Passion Pit,
Hmm.
just kind of like the whimsical, almost like toy sounds that he has in his like earlier stuff. I really like that. And then M83 is a big one. Who else? Yeah, I mean, I'd say those are some big influences. I am my Mumai as well. She's an ethereal goddess, so I love her.
It's always good to have inspirations like that, and also you could definitely I definitely see like the toy noise and stuff with and like your music and stuff, and I said and stuff twice. I'm sorry. I just got back home. I've had a long day
Oh,
already, so but it's so cool because you don't really see that much type of music anymore, and I feel like that was a vibe back then, and it's still a vibe now. And I love anything like early '90s, early 2000s. I love all that kind of stuff because I grew up with that, and it gives me nostalgia. Even though I wasn't born in the '90s, still gives me nostalgia for some reason. Don't know why, but
I definitely love the nostalgic sound.
now this might be a hard question. But do you have a favorite song you've made?
Ooh, I think so. Oh yeah, sorry, I had to think about it for a
No,
second.
you're good.
Sweet Melody is my favorite song. I've played it. I think I played it every show that I've done. It's it's my favorite song to just kind of like listen to on my
Mhm,
own and just like get lost in the world that it kind of creates. It's we were just talking about nostalgia.
mhm.
It's got a very nostalgic sound to it, very like escapism quality to it. So I just love getting lost in that song.
And it's like with nostalgia, it's like that is escapism for a lot of people because they don't
Hmm.
want to think about their life now. They like to think about, oh, my childhood. You think that was awesome, or like, oh, even maybe like the night before. Oh, that was really cool. I have nostalgia from that.
Hmm.
It's nostalgia works. However, it's very dangerous sometimes too because you're like,
Definitely.
I want to go back. However, I can't.
Yeah. And that's kind of, you know, I try to toy that balance that line in my music because some of it is like very nostalgic, dreamy,
Mhm,
but a lot of it, or some of it at least, like I'm talking about like things that are like at least in the time that I'm writing the songs that are currently impacting my life, like struggles that I'm having or
mhm.
like conflicts that I'm dealing with internally. Like I'm not like just escaping. I'm also just like part of it is like escaping, but the other part of it is like, no, I have to tackle what's going on. I have to face the truth of what's happening now in my life as well.
And I think that writing songs about what's going on in your personal life or like even life experiences is very therapeutic. I mean, I don't know that at least for like when I listen to music and I'm like, ooh, I can relate to that 100%. It's very therapeutic for me. I'm not sure if that's like that for you as well with writing, but it's I think life experience songs is like the best medicine for that sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. I really like I find it hard to like think of like write about the past in the present. It's more like more when I'm writing, like when I'm coming up with lyrics, it's like very much what am I internally dealing with right now in the present? What's going
Hmm.
on in my life currently? Like I like to kind of focus on that. And then it's nice to look back at my music and go and remember like, oh yeah, this at this point in my life I was dealing with this or I was
Hmm.
you know, I was yeah, you know, just those points in my life are like now kind of it's almost like journaling or like a
Yeah,
diary. You go back and you're like, oh yeah, I was dealing with that at that time and this is how I expressed it.
it's like a journaling or like oh, it's one of those like old video cam footage videos that
Yeah.
like your mom or dad would like do when you were a kid or something. It's like one of those. Even in a way, it's like a time capsule too.
Hmm.
That I mean, that's why I love doing YouTube so much because like I could look back. Oh, this was me 5 years ago doing all these like silly gaming videos, and now I'm here doing a talk show,
Hmm.
and it's I love this more than I was doing the other stuff. And if anyone watching from the gaming days, sorry, I got burnt out real quick. But so you do write about your your personal life with songs.
Yes,
That
definitely.
that's awesome. I respect that so much. That's so cool. Besides music, what else do you like to do for fun, like hobby wise?
I really like to read. I've gotten I kind of fell out of reading for a few years. I would read periodically, but not very often. I was a big reader when I was a kid,
Mhm.
and now I'm like totally back into it. I find it hard to watch TV nowadays because I'm just so focused on like getting to the next book or you know, I have this little like tracking app now, so I like it encourages me to read every day, and so reading is a big thing for me. I love escapism,
Mhm.
so fantasy is a big thing for me. Um, what else do I do? I love to go to coffee shops, hang out at coffee shops. I have, I go like I frequent them pretty often now, so it's nice to like see friends there and familiar
Mhm.
faces. So catching up with people, I definitely love doing that in my day to day. Um, and yeah, just hanging out with friends. Honestly, I my biggest hobby is just reading, and that's what I spend a lot of my time doing these days.
That app you mentioned is ask the app that blogs the books and everything and tells you how many you've read at the end of the year or something.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's the
so
one.
cool. I
Mhm.
I used to read like a lot when I was a kid. I don't read as much anymore. I should, and it's weird because I also work in a library and like, oh, don't you read all day? No, we do not. We deal with the crazies, um, but no, it's I do find I do find reading very peaceful because the book you're reading, you picked it, and you could just like sit like on your bed or something reading a book and no distractions whatsoever. Just get invested in it, and it's so
Yeah,
fun.
I love getting lost in a new world,
Hmm.
new people and characters, personalities. It's like an adventure. It's so fun to me. I don't know. I just love it.
Do you have a favorite genre of books?
Oh yeah, fantasy.
Oh
Like
hell yeah!
yeah, like I am trying to push myself this year to go outside of that a little
Hmm.
bit. I have done that in the past, I've gone to like some philosophy and
Hmm.
whatnot, but it's very minimal. So this year I'm gonna push myself to read more books outside of the fantasy genre. Like more like activism books or like political books or
Hmm.
just to like get a better understanding of the current world around
Yeah.
me. That is definitely a goal of mine this year. I don't want to just continue to escape.
Yeah.
I want to be grounded in my reality as well and know what's going on around me.
There's only so much escape you can do, and you're like, okay, maybe I gotta go back to my world, not their
Yeah,
world for a bit.
yeah.
But that's
There's
sort
got
of
to be a little bit of a balance.
I love fantasy. Fantasy is just that is probably my number one. If I were to read, I get pick up reading again. Fantasy would probably be up there, 100%.
Yeah, it's so easy to get lost in one of those
Hmm.
books, at least for me.
For sure. And you mentioned earlier live shows. Now, how many do you know how many live shows you played? Like how long you've been playing live shows for?
I don't know how many I've done, but I have been doing live shows since spring of 2023,
Oh,
April, I want to
cool.
say. And I've done like one or two a month since then.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do
So,
you enjoy? Do you prefer like live shows rather than just like recording things and then?
um, I I think I enjoy the process of making things more than live shows, just
Mhm.
because. But I think that's almost changing a little bit because I grew up like very anxious, stage
Mhm.
fright. It's hard in the beginning. It's very hard for me to get up on a stage and be in front of people and
You and me
sing my
both.
songs. It's not an easy thing for me to do. So but it's fun, it's a fun challenge in a way for me to just like push myself to do something that I'm not necessarily comfortable with. And in doing that, I am now more comfortable being on stage and look forward to it a lot more and get a little bit more excited
Yeah,
than to. So I don't know. But I do love sitting down and just creating something a lot. So I'd say I preferred that over live. But it's like getting to hear a little bit
hmm
more to hear now, where it's like I kind of enjoy both.
because
Um,
live stuff is so fun. It's because the audience, like I think it's just the audience reaction when if you have like a couple of people seeing the show, you're like, okay, I need to put on my best performance because these guys I know they're here and I need to impress them in some way. I know they already like me. However, I just want them to know that I'm good at this.
mhm.
And I mean, I you and me both. Like, I used to be super anxious. I used to be like, shy as hell, quiet, and then COVID happened, and now I'm out there. I will literally, I'll go out in public. I'll put a costume on and just be fun.
Oh yeah.
So, so so where did you get your big break from? Like, at least like people listening to your music, discovering your music.
Um, hmm. I think definitely when I started doing live shows, so
Mm-hmm.
back in like 2023, just like putting myself out there and like taking any opportunity that I could to like put myself in front of people, definitely grew my audience and listeners through that. I think that's right now currently the best method of getting my music out is just continuing to do live performances to get new faces and ears on my music.
I mean, for sure. I mean, that's how. I mean, I found you through Instagram because you did that one show with Strawberry Girl. So I'm like, oh, let me go listen to some of your music, and I love
Yeah.
it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I struggle to I'm trying to work on getting better at promoting myself
Hmm.
online, but I definitely don't have that finesse that some people do, so the live shows are what helps me like get my music out there a little bit more than I try to push myself online, but I'm not like as creative. Like yeah, just like I don't have that skill as much as like of drawing people in online as I do like outside of that.
Even advertising online is super super difficult these days because everybody's advertising something, no matter what it is, and you're up against like bigger companies and all that, and you're just like, okay, well, these
Mm,
big companies are doing this, and then here's me. Why should I even attempt this? Because the bigger companies are gonna get more traction, or these guys who have more followers than me gonna get bigger attraction. But I felt that even with, like I'm part of another YouTube channel, and we advertise every single day. Some days we get traction, some days we don't. It's really just a hit or miss. But
really is.
even with Instagram, it's super hard to advertise on there because their algorithm is probably one of the weirdest algorithms I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, Instagram's weird, and I don't really use TikTok.
Hmm.
So, and I'd say TikTok is probably the best way that I've seen artists be able to get themselves out
Yeah.
there. And I don't use it. So, yeah, I could definitely utilize it if I wanted to, but I just am not savvy in that way with TikTok. So,
I was about to ask, is there a reason why, or you don't want to get into that realm of being addicted to TikTok?
I don't know. I just don't feel like going on there, you
you,
know?
you
Like
know
I like
what?
to keep
Fair.
yeah, I like to keep my social media like pretty like minimal
Hmm.
as minimal as I can. I am addicted to social media, but like I don't want to have multiple social medias to be addicted to. So Instagram has just always been the main one for me. And I definitely feel like more like connected to my like physical community through Instagram. So that I guess I just prefer it for
uh,
that reason as
Honestly,
well.
TikTok. As much as I was like, yeah, I love it's back. The addiction. It's so
Mhm.
bad. Like when it got banned, I went to go
Yeah.
eat dinner and I went to go open the app. I'm like, oh, I gotta go watch YouTube now. I can't scroll. So I get it. Honestly, props to you for not getting for not getting it right now.
Yeah, and no like hate, no sh like no
Mm,
shade to
yeah,
anyone who uses TikTok. I think it's a great platform to like get your music out there. It's just personally not what I use.
that,
So
that's totally okay. That's totally
yeah.
cool. So do you, without spoiling, of course, and how much you can say, do you have any new music in the works?
For Alienobserver, not currently. I've actually been working on a new music project called Soft Skin.
Ooh.
Um, so I've been trying to get some songs together for that new project. I have a single that I'm ready to put out. It's just I gotta get the like visuals for it
Hmm.
together. Um, so I'm focusing on that right now. I'm taking a break from Alienobserver, but I'm not done with
Yeah.
Alienobserver. My friend put it in a good way. Alienobserver is definitely like more of an outward expression of who I am, and I've definitely been wanting to lean more into like the inner world of myself, where I think soft skin is going to kind of do that. So I've been craving doing that.
I
lately.
and I assume like this is this new project is like a passion project of yours. Like you've always kind of wanted to do something like this.
Um, Actually, I don't know if it's what I've always wanted to do, but it definitely like came to me at one point where I was like, I've been doing Alienobserver for a while,
Hmm.
and it's definitely a specific type of music. I'm like, I kind of want to. I've grown as an artist now and feel more confident as an artist to where I feel like I can try something new and different and explore a different side of myself that I haven't really done yet.
No, I totally get that. It's because like with this channel here I have, I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to do gaming on YouTube and all that, and then um I kind of got more into I got friends. I finally got friends after COVID and all that, and just like, oh man, us doing just stupid things outside and having fun. I kind of want to do that on YouTube, but the algorithm would kill me if I did it on my gaming stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm not sure if that got picked up on my mic. Someone just drove
No,
past my street
you're good. You're
with a
good.
loud ass car, but um it probably got picked up on this mic here, but that's all right. What was I saying? Oh yes, and then I started another channel, and I haven't been more happier with that. Like this channel here, I'm just probably just dedicating it to my talk show now, and again, it's not going away. It's not going away, but everything else I've just been solely focusing on that. So I totally get like new projects and stuff because
Yeah.
it's just a breath of fresh air from what you usually do.
Definitely. Yeah. It's fun to like explore different sides of yourself and see what you're capable of doing outside
Hmm.
of what you've been doing.
No, for sure. Do you have any advice for people who want to get into the music industry?
Hmm. Let's see. Um, I would say just like shed any like, pre-existing like thoughts that you have around starting something that is holding you back and just go for it. Just, like if you have the time and the capabilities to like jump into I use GarageBand, it's free, like
Hmm.
um if you don't have the financial means to like get all of the music equipment, you can just start in GarageBand and just like have at it. And I what my method of getting into music was to just toy around and mess around with things until I kind of figured it out on my own. I don't really like watching tutorials. I did watch a few just to
Hmm.
like
You
be
got
able
to
to
do that.
myself. But like overall, I just was like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna mess around. It's not gonna sound pretty at first, but you know, the more I do it, the more I push myself to do it, the more it's going to like get to where I want it to be.
Hmm.
So yeah, just I guess my advice would be to just, you know, just shed all that like weight that you have around starting something and just do it. Just,
Go for it.
have fun with it.
Hmm.
Go into it to have fun and express yourself.
I totally agree. It's like you need to don't go into it thinking you're instantly gonna blow up because you're just setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
If you put the time and effort and you do blow up, it's gonna that feeling is gonna feel way nicer when you do, and you're like, this is awesome. And also, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, so just do it. Just see what happens. I mean,
Yeah, go in, have reasonable expectations. Like I went into it, knowing like I told myself I was like, okay, I'm not gonna see any real progress from this for like probably 5 years,
mhm.
realistically, maybe longer than that. It's just that's just how music works, um, in the world. But I was like, I really want to learn this. I really want to just have fun with this and figure it out. So, I just dived into it.
Yeah, no, it's and again, it's like what you said. It's like you set a goal for yourself. Like, oh, I'm not gonna see traction for like 5 years or X amount of years, and then I think that's a good little. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? That's a good little thing to make you want to work to that goal. It's
Mhm.
inspiration. There we go. Inspiring to get to that goal, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna try my hardest.
Yeah, it can seem pretty daunting, but as if you keep your expectations like at a reasonable spot, it's like okay, like you're not going to get instantly disappointed if you put your first song out and it's like you only get a few people who listen to
Mhm.
it, you know. Um, it's like, okay, well, that, you know, that's kind of how I thought it was going to go. So I'm just going to keep going at it and keep working it, you know.
Yeah.
And if things happen sooner, cool, that's great. That's awesome. You know, if I blow up sooner than I expected, that's awesome. But like you know, I'm just going to keep having fun with it and doing my thing and seeing where it goes. So,
And even if you only get like 10, 15 people, if you think about that, you put 10 or 15 people in a room, that's a lot of people.
yeah. Yeah, I
It's,
mean, having anyone like take notice of my art and take the time to actually listen to it is just really awesome to
mhm.
me. And I'm not expecting like people to go out and listen to it, but you know, if people want to, that's really awesome. And uh, it's sweet, you know, that people want to take the time to listen to your art.
And also like celebrate the little victories. 100 streams, yo, that's awesome. 200 streams, yo, that's even awesomer. Like just keep celebrating those little tiny ones. And even if like this is for anyone like even when you blow up, still celebrate the little victories because that's what keeps you
Yeah.
whole.
I actually talked about that in therapy recently
Hmm.
where we were talking about how I don't really celebrate myself or like, you know, I kind of just like put something out and then just move on, you know,
Hmm.
and I don't like take the take that like intentional time to sit down and be like, oh, I did this thing. That's really cool. So we kind of talked about it in one of our sessions, and she's like, yeah, you know, go do something to celebrate yourself. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get a little treat at this new treat spot and treat myself, you know, and kind of bask in what I've accomplished.
Yeah,
So I'm learning to celebrate myself more
treat
these days.
yourself. Yeah, I mean, I literally the other day I paid off my student loans. I was like, wow, that's awesome. I'm gonna treat myself to lunch because
Mm,
I mean, was it a good lunch? No, not really, but it's fine. I mean, I
cool.
still I still had fun. It was like, yeah, I got this. I'm really happy with it. But yeah, again, guys, just that's just advice. Like even for, like coming from like someone who's doing YouTube, celebrate the small stuff. Seriously, when I streamed, like when I stream, I sound like I don't stream anymore. I do stream. Twitch.tv/CADLive. Little self promotion there, but I would celebrate. Oh my god, guys, we hit like 1200. Oh my god, we hit 1200 followers. Like that's awesome. We're gonna do something. We're gonna give something away or something. I don't know. It's just super fun and just do that. Rather you're gonna be content creator, musician, anything. Just even in life. Hey, you paid off your car. That's a small victory right there. That's super
Yeah,
cool. Um,
definitely.
and we're just gonna wrap everything up here with where can we find you platform wise?
Yeah, I am on Instagram, Alienobserver, all one word with two R's at the end. Streaming is going to be pretty much everywhere. It's Alienobserver, one word. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, Bandcamp. So yeah, I'm everywhere pretty much. So you can check me out. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. All that will be in the description below, by the way, you guys. So do not worry. But is there anything you would like to say before we wrap up here?
Yeah, thank you for having me
Of
and
course.
talking to me. It's my first interview, so
Oh,
it's
sweet.
cool to kind of
It's an
talk
honor.
about my. Yeah, it's cool to kind of get deeper into why I do what I do and how it all works. So thank you.
And you're fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But alright, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video here. If you guys do not forget to like and sub for more, guys, go check out my channels here, Milkk in the description below. Trying to hit 1,000. If we hit 1,000, we're doing a live stream where I'm dressing up as Galinda and my friend will be dressing up as Alphaba from Wicked. That's gonna be fun. So guys, go check that out as well, and also go check out all of Alien Observer stuff in the description below as well, and also subscribe. So wow, words. Subscribe to this channel as well, and guys, hope you guys all enjoyed, and we'll talk to you later. See you guys.